Today is race day, and we're out here in the morning, as you can tell, early in the morning, and there's already some practicing going on right now. So there's some practice rounds, some qualifying rounds, and then this afternoon will be the races. And so you can already hear the small bore cars out here already practicing. And so I'll be getting myself together here to do the large bore. But before I do, I wanted to take you through the books and how I've gotten to this point to actually be able to officially race with SCCA. So basically, I've reached my goal today. I finally got to a point to where I'm allowed to race, and I'm going to get the chance to race. And so here we go. So these two booklets right here basically allow me to race with SCCA. First of all, I've gotten my logbook put together. You see that number that's on that logbook? That corresponds with this number that's been etched into my roll cage. That says that I've had my annual check done and that I qualify to be eligible race car to start racing. So based off of this, in the book, I am allowed to start that process. So these are a couple things I need to have done to the car, and I've taken care of those. And then as each event occurs, which will start today, this logbook will show my activity, racing activity for the year. This is the training that I just went through that shows that I am a novice racing driver. After today's 3 races, I will be able to submit this with the race stewards, chief stewards signatures that I have participated in at least 3 racing events, and that I will then be eligible and receive a full competition race license. And one of the things that's really of note here is that through my training, the instructor wrote this note in here that I showed the most improvement. So I really appreciated that that note there. So let's take a look at some of my gear again that I've set up in the car. Number one, I want to show you how I've got my fire suppression system set up. There it is right there behind the passenger seat. The tank is full. I have nozzles set up, that 2 different nozzles that are set up to where I can shoot them in the back of the car here toward the fuel cell. That's one of them there. And then the other one is directly underneath me, that blue thing you see right there. That shows you that nozzle will shoot right at me and into my footwell area to make sure that I'm okay. And then I have, well, this I'll have to take out of the way, of course, but here is my pull, to where if I pull that, then I will be allowed to use, the extinguisher will extinguish, and it'll be working. And then I have a second pull here in case there's a passenger. I can't get to my pull quick enough. The passenger sees an issue and pulls it. So I have 2 pulls. There's no requirement to have 2 pulls. I just happen to have them and use them both. And you can see they're both those pulls come out of, you see the squeeze trigger. Both pulls are connected to the squeeze trigger, so either one of them can fire off the extinguisher. Okay. I also have a transponder so they can skip my times going around the track at various points around the track. And then I have my gear. Again, my helmet and head restraint system, my shoes are there, my gloves, my balaclava, and my suit. So I am ready to go. And more importantly, I got my Whataburger sweet tea here. So I like to always have that in the morning. But people are getting ready. They're getting themselves ready. And I'm gonna get myself ready. So here we go. Alright, so they just put a 12-minute call out there talking about to get to the grid here. And as you can see, a few of us are out here now. Got some Miatas out here, got some other cars coming as well. Some Camaros and Caymans, and surprisingly a Cayman GT4 is out here getting their competitive license too, so ultimately. So pretty exciting times. Like I said, it's just moving so fast. Once you're out here, we focus more on safe driving and more focused on putting some skills into practice. So you know, skills that you learn, you read about, you watch videos on, but you can't try out there on the highway system. You have to be on a racetrack to do them, and so I need to improve these skills, put them into practice actually out here on the course. This is why we're here, and so I'm excited about next session. Here we go.